Hey there, what's going on this time on the old interweb? So before we get into this, like, comment, check the links below. I got a new Patreon account going on, check that out. And let's get a community and a conversation started like I always say. So if you haven't figured out yet from the music in the background, today I want to talk about Zac Brown Band's new album, The Comeback. Now, The Comeback was released October the 15th of 2021. It runs 15 songs and is 54 minutes long. Now, this is Zac's follow-up album to The Owl. The Owl was released in 2019. And let's talk just a minute about the connotation on the album in the context of what I think they're doing with this album. So if you look at the album cover, and I'll post it, Zac's kind of in a river. He's shirtless, got the tattoo showing, got the round hat that everybody's rocking here lately on. And I'm going to be honest with you. This is a departure from The Owl, and it's a departure from some previous albums, say Uncaged and Jekyll and Hyde, which is a great album. You Get What You Want to Give, and The Foundation. Now, those are his studio albums, their studio albums. This is a band. But The Owl was a pop album, right? And then Jekyll and Hyde had some rock connotations on it. And then Uncaged kind of had the same thing, too. Now, the reason I say The Comeback may have some connotations on the album cover is, one, the title track talks about the pandemic and being locked in your house, and later getting out and getting back in it. But the album cover to me seems like a rebirth. If you listen to The Owl especially, it was a departure from what Zac Brown originally hit the airwaves with. So could him being shirtless in a river be kind of a reference to like a baptism and coming out of the water and being reborn into a style that they're familiar with? Now, I'm not saying that's why, but I'm just saying that that could be what they're trying to convey in this. Not that the album has a religious connotation at all, but I feel like maybe they are saying like, hey, we dabbled in some other genres, but we're going back to our bread and butter. I think that's what they're getting at with The Comeback. Now, is this a complete departure from their style? Not at all. Is this a complete departure from their roots? Mm-mm. And is it a complete departure from things they've done in the past? No. But I do hear some radio hits on here, and I think that could they have felt that they alienated some of their fan base? Possibly. For me, The Owl didn't get it. And when I first saw that it was released in 2019, I was excited because it's Zac Brown. I've been a fan of Zac Brown since he was on the small club circuit and before he got a top radio hit. This brings back, I think a lot of fans will come back to the Zac Brown Band. And it's going to get top 40 radio airplay. Maybe that's what they wanted to do. I hope that as artists they felt like they needed to make their kind of music, and I hope that as artists they didn't feel that they had to feed the top 40 radio monster to gain people back. Just because of how talented this band is, I hope that they were in the studio and just said, hey, let's make an album that we want to make, and let's make something that the fans want to hear. Not saying that The Owl was bad. It was just a departure from what Zac and the gang had done. Now, the Zac Brown Band, like I said, they were formed in Dahlonega, Georgia. And to do a gear review on the Zac Brown Band in this video would probably take too long. These guys are gearheads beyond gearheads, so it would take another video to get that done. But if you haven't heard them play, every member of this band is as talented as the guy standing next to him. And every member of the band contributes as a band. And I think the biggest reference that I could give is they remind me of kind of Dave Matthews. Them guys stand on equal footing when they walk on stage, and they respect each other as musicians, and they want to give the audience everything they can. And Zac Brown Band is no different. From the drummer to the bass player, the fiddle player, keys, the two guitar players, Zac, they are ridiculously talented, and to set and go through their gear would take, honestly, another video. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll talk gear. But to be honest, I'd have to dig in to see what's up. Comment below if you'd like me to do that, and we'll get it going. But let's get back to this. So the comeback, 2021, like I said, released October 15th of 21, and it's 15 songs and 54 minutes. Now, what are my top jams on the album? Like I always do. I always do 3. So here we go. Number 3 is the number 6 album on, or number 6 song on the album, and it's called Stubborn Pride featuring Marcus King. Now, I gravitated to this. One is the 6th album or 6th song on the album. I keep saying album, and it runs 7 minutes and 8 seconds. Now, if you have not heard Marcus King, ladies and gentlemen, put down what you're doing and stream some Marcus King. The guy is a phenomenal guitar player in his own right. So standing in with these musicians he can hold his own. But the song has a kind of laid back vibe, and Marcus throws down one of the best guitar solos on the album. So that's my number 3 pick, and it's Stubborn Pride featuring Marcus King. Now my number 2 pick is the number 12 song on the album, and it's called G.A. Clay. G.A., I'm suspecting being a reference to the state of Georgia, and it runs 3 minutes and 42 seconds. Now this is a hard rocker, ladies and gentlemen. Kind of inkling to the song that they had with Chris Cornell on one of their albums, but it is a hard-hitting, hard-pounding song, and lyrically for me it hit home. Just with the line where he was talking about what the G.A. Clay has seen him do in his life. He was born on it, and when he's gone, he'll be buried in it. It saw his first kiss and all that. So that really kind of struck home with me, and I thought that was cool that he wrote a jam, related to how he's feeling on, about where he's from. People that don't run from where they're from, they really strike home with me. Because I'm proud of where I'm from, and I would hope that everybody would feel that way. And I get that some people don't, but when you get into the music world and you get famous, people kind of forget where they come from. So I think it's cool that he did that. And my number 1 song. Now, as y'all know, I don't ever pick like top tracks. I'm not going to pick like Same Boat that's on the top 40 chart right now, or Out in the Middle, which is another hit that they're having off this album. This is a great album from start to finish, but for me, it is Fun. Having Fun is the number 1 song on the album. It is the number 7 song, and it runs 3 minutes and 40 seconds. This is just like one of my favorite songs that they have is Sick 'Em on a Chicken, which is off the Foundation, and this reminds me of that. It's just a fun, romping song. I like the context of the song. Fun, having fun. You're going to get in trouble in life. You only go around once, and you can get into some shit. Excuse my language. But that's kind of what he's talking about. As a kid, the character in the song as a kid is getting into some stuff and gets into a wee bit of trouble with his granddad and his dad and whatnot. So I think it's cool. So check it out. Fun, Having Fun is my number 1 song off the album. And what do I give the album my overall rating? I give it a 4 out of 5 jams. I've listened to it a couple times, driving to work, driving to get my hair cut the other day, and I just enjoyed it. There wasn't too many what I called skippers on this album, where you skip through them or you pass them up. I did give it a listen all the way through, and I think it's great. You can hear the radio cuts on it. I get it. They're getting back to their fan base, but they haven't alienated the people that really want to see them jam and really want to see them have a good time. I happen to be one of those people. And there are some songs on this album that are going to be great live. So if I get the chance to see Zac, which I hope I do in the next year, I really want to hear him play a couple of these jams and hope that the guys really dig in and throw it down. So there you go, ladies and gents. Comment, like, hit the links below. Let me know what you think. Let's get a conversation started as always. And remember that music is love and love is music. Until next time.